Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I would like you to ignore certain kind of semantics provided in these two articles that I'm going to discuss today, or euphemisms or whistle talk. Just get the essence, okay? And the essence is you have the Ukrainian security service, like you would have FBI, then you have FBI, and you have US social media. We have some evidence here coming from a commission of the U.S. representatives, the lawmakers, actually, that's how they call them. But, there's the U.S. House panel that concluded that FBI helped Ukrainian intel censor U.S. accounts in a social media. So I think it's very important for us. It's not something that surprises us. Basically, Ukraine provided FBI with, hey, these accounts are providing misinformation, disinformation in Ukraine. We would like you to tell your social media over there to, shadow ban them, close them, do something about it. And FBI, it seems like they eagerly got on it. So let's start with this article first, coming from Sputnik. All right. So it's unfortunate that these kind of things, I found them sent by the Russian outlets, because our free media is like, yeah, you can find them, but not as a first option. These were like the first option on the other side. Sputnik, and I think it's very relevant and very important to us. U.S. House panel reportedly concludes FBI helped Ukrainian intel censor U.S. accounts. So don't mind the verbiage, but in the essence, you can stretch it to that. So the FBI helped the Security Service of Ukraine, SBU, censor social media accounts based in the United States as part of an effort to combat alleged Russian disinformation, U.S. media reported, citing a U.S. House Judiciary Committee report. The FBI forwarded Meta an SBU provided list of accounts flagged for removal based on their alleged involvement in spreading disinformation, the Monday report detailed. So, SBU provided a list to FBI to forward it to Meta. All right, regarding the flagged accounts to be removed based on their alleged involvement. However, the list included some of US-based accounts, including the US State Department's own Russian language Instagram account. Therefore, these guys even provided the US Department's account to be flagged by them, and they want this to be closed or something. Probably that's how they found out eventually. But the FBI and SBU marked authentic accounts belonging to the US government and journalists in an effort to have them censored, the report said. The Judiciary Committee's allegations are reportedly based on information gained through subpoenas sent to Meta and Alphabet, the parent company of Google and YouTube. Google was inundated with censorship requests following the launch of Russia's special military operation in Ukraine, the report said, citing a senior Google cybersecurity official. The request primarily came from the Ukrainian government, other Eastern European governments, I can only guess, the EU and European Commission, the employee reportedly said. So I will get here probably the Baltic states and Poland being the biggest, and maybe some Europeans as well, Western Europeans. So the Judiciary's panel report was developed alongside the subcommittee of the weaponization of the US government. Anyway, the FBI's actions constitute unconstitutional misconduct and endanger national security, the lawmakers' report said. The subject is expected to arise during a committee hearing with FBI Chief Christopher Wray later this week. This guy will not give a not even that. He said, what are you going to do? Remove me? Ask Biden for that. And I can remove Biden if I want, probably, Wray might say. The allegations mirror those made earlier this year in the so-called Twitter Files release, which featured an email demonstrating collaboration between the FBI and SBU to forward censorship requests to Twitter. And that's one. And then we got another one again from the evil Russians. Again, today, July 11, 2023, FBI colluded with Ukraine in social media crackdown lawmakers. The Bureau failed to properly vet information provided by Kiev, the U.S. House Judiciary Committee says. Not only that you have to vet it, but you listen to Kiev, what they say. Obviously, that's part of the team. The FBI cooperated with Ukraine Security Services, SBU, to clamp down on social media accounts disseminating alleged, and I'm quoting, Russian disinformation, end quote, but ended up flagging pages run by the U.S. State Department and American journalists, a report by the House Judiciary Committee has revealed. Released on Monday, the report accused the FBI of not properly vetting lists of accounts provided to it by the SBU before sending them to the likes of Meta, Google, and Twitter. As a result, the two agencies, and I'm quoting, flagged for social media companies the authentic accounts of Americans, including a verified U.S. State Department account, and those belonging to American journalists, end quote, and requested that those pages be deleted, the document read. On some occasions, the FBI followed up to ensure that, and I'm quoting, these accounts were taken down, according to the report, which was based on documents subpoenaed from Meta and Alphabet in February. In one of SBU's list forwarded to FBI to Meta, the official Russian language Instagram account of the U.S. State Department was described as, and I'm quoting, distributing content that promotes war, inaccurately reflects events in Ukraine, justifies Russian war crimes in Ukraine in violation of international law, end quote, the report said. CNN pointed out that Meta, which owns Instagram and Facebook, apparently did not comply with the request to delete the State Department's page. Another moderation request filed to Facebook by the U.S. Domestic Security Agency included a roster of 5,165 accounts, the House Judiciary Committee said. The report cited an email by a senior Twitter employee who indicated to the FBI that, and I'm quoting, a few accounts of American and Canadian journalists, end quote, were on one of the lists sent to the company by the agency. Alphabet platforms, Google and YouTube, were also approached by censoring alleged pro-Russian accounts. A high-ranking member of Google's cybersecurity team told the authors of the report that the company had been, and I'm quoting, deluged with various requests, end quote, for the removal of content, mainly from, and I'm quoting, the Ukrainian government, other Eastern European governments, the European Union, and the European Commission, end quote. The freedom of speech is another value of ours that is trampled by these weasels. Anyway, the House Judiciary Committee suggested that FBI had violated, quote unquote, violated the First Amendment rights of Americans and potentially undermined our national security, end quote, through its partnership with the SBU, claiming that the latter had been infiltrated by Russian aligned actors. So, my friends, is it true? Well, I heard a few things about that on the Western media earlier, but as I said, only if you look deeper into it. Otherwise, I just don't, oh yeah, well, they colluded. So, or colluded, whatever term you want to use. The thing is, these guys obviously cooperate, and I'm not saying that certain actors should be, I don't want to say, I have to rephrase that. I am for freedom of speech, and I am for the truth to be exposed. If you can't support the truth in a debate, and the other side, a lying side, wins with its counter arguments, maybe you should work on making better arguments and bring more evidence. I am for a open, free debate on the marketplace of ideas. All right, and truth will win eventually because it's based on evidence. And if you use the Socratic method, why, you will reach the truth, because eventually you have to bring evidence to each of whys. Hey, why is that? Why? And with why you're gonna reach because this, and then you go and then you find out why. You go to the base of the whole issue, the foundation. So this doesn't surprise me, and I'm assuming this is just the tip of the iceberg in their collaboration. And the thing is, United States is just seem to become, or I don't know, a security state. It's getting. I think just because we are controlled at every second right now, a telephone, our banking accounts, our jobs, our internet access, and all these things, including a telephone sitting by you wherever you are, it can be tracked easily. The microphone can be turned on, the camera can be turned on. The French Parliament just voted to allow police to do that. It's nothing new. They probably did it before, but it was not like a law, like the Patriot. Remember the Patriot Act? I think it was in 2000, when? After the September 11, 2001, it came, I don't know, I think it was 2002 maybe not. But anyway, you're familiar with the Patriot Act. Who's against patriotism? Patriot Act. And over there, they can do a lot of things. Why? In the name of keeping us safe. And the weasels, the cowards, the scaredy cats are falling for it. And they vote, and they are more numerous than the rest of us. Therefore, they will always win and put people in charge who will say, we will protect you. Give us everything you got. We will protect you. And we will not take advantage of you. Ever. Okay? No. Because tyranny did not start like that. Anyway, if you think that things cannot turn like that here, it's just, I think it's ignorance. Why? Look in history. Do you think Germany thought that would happen to them in the 30s? And they were the most educated nation, I would say, on this planet at that point. Not idiots over there. And they fell for what? Oh, the Reichstag is on fire. Let me get the reins here. No, you can't have no more political parties, no more this, no more this, and took over from Germany. It happened in Germany. Now, what makes you think this is not happening right now in the European Union? They're almost there. They're much further down the road than we are. Canadians, I think Canada already surpassed the European Union at a security state task. They're way ahead of us. So maybe we should do some catch up. Yeah, all right. Well, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.